What's up, guys? Welcome back. So today we're going to take a look at a Sub-Ohm tank that has been out on the market for a few months, but I wanted to do a review on it because it's been my go-to tank, and that is the Herakles Plus. So let's go ahead and dive down and take a quick look at it. This is the packaging that the Herakles will come in. Remove this little sleeve. Pop the top off. Now behind this little cover, you will have your extra stainless steel coil, your spare Pyrex glass, and you've got some instructions on how to fill the device. So this is the Herakles Plus. I have the black version. It also comes in stainless steel and rose gold. It's made of 303 grade stainless steel. It has a copper plated non-adjustable 510. It is 22 millimeters and it has a 3.5 milliliter tank capacity. The drip tip that comes with it is a Delrin line drip tip. As you can see, you have Delrin at the bottom, and also if you look inside, there's Delrin inside of the drip tip. And looking at the tank itself, of course, you have your airflow ring at the base. You have 4 slots. Let me try to open it up. So you have 4 slots around the device. Of course, however you set one side, it'll be the same all the way around. You also have a top airflow, if you see here, which we'll get into that in just a second. This is a top fill tank, so you just remove your top caps, easy to grab onto and unscrew. And there's your fill slots. It also has juice flow control, so before you fill your tank, you want to shut the juice flow off. So as you guys can see, you see the hole that goes straight through the base of the tank there. To turn it off, you just turn your tank. As you can see, it is turned off now. To open it back up, just turn it back the other way. So before filling your tank, you need to turn off your juice flow, take your top cap off, and fill the tank up. So back to the top airflow control. As you can see, you've got 4 slots around the top of the tank. So unlike some of the other devices and drip tips where the airflow comes in from the side and basically goes up, muting your flavor, this device, your air from the top actually travels all the way down to your coil and then back up. So I'm going to break the device down, and let you guys have a look. Hopefully you'll be able to see some of these smaller slots. So first thing, I'm going to remove the top cap. So there's your airflow control for the top. But if you look inside of the device, and like I said, hopefully you guys can see this, you've got a slot there, slot there, slot there, and another slot there. So your air comes from the top down inside of your top cap. Remove the next piece. And you'll see around the top here, you've got a slot there, and slot there that leads into the bottom. As you can see, you've got a pretty good bit of room in there between those 2 pieces. So if you screw this together without the tank, just for example, you look inside, you can see there's a little gap between the base of the tank and that center and the other piece that we screwed into it. So that's where your airflow, it travels through that top cap, down through the inside of this in that little cavity into your coil. So pretty slick way that they did that. And it definitely It definitely doesn't mute your flavor. Actually, in my opinion, it adds to the flavor. I've really enjoyed using that top airflow. So that was an up-close look at the Herakles Plus. We're going to fill this tank up and take it back up top and talk about the pros and cons. All right, guys, that was an up-close look at the Herakles Plus. So let's get into some pros and cons. So let's start with the pros first. Definitely the build quality of this tank is outstanding. The flavor I get out of this tank has been great. The coils that come with the tank, the 0.2 and the 0.4, have been excellent. I've had them for well over 2 months, and I could put either one of them in right now and vape it with no burnt taste. The coils have lasted well over a month. The innovative airflow, the top airflow feeding down through the chimney to your coils, it's definitely got to be mentioned as a pro. To me, I feel like it adds to the flavor of the tank and to the cloud production. It does not mute the flavor at all. Another pro I'd like to mention is, the cost. This tank's been out for a couple of months, so you can pick this tank up for around 25 bucks. I'll leave a couple of links in the description below. Vape Northwest has this tank for about $24.95. Element Vape has it for $25.95. So it's definitely an affordable tank if you're looking for a new Sub-Ohm tank. Some of the cons with this tank I've got to mention is spitback. Anytime I fill the tank or anytime you put a new coil in the tank, you're going to get a little bit of spitback in the beginning, but after a few hits on the tank, it will go away. Another con I've got to mention, and it's similar with any of the Sub-Ohm tanks, is leaking out of the bottom. After you fill this tank 3 or 4 times, you're gonna get a little bit of leaking out of the bottom. At least with mine, I did. Even though I shut the airflow or the juice flow control off before I filled the device, still after 3 or 4 fills, I started getting leakage out of the bottom. So I definitely got to mention that as a con. Other than that, like I stated, this has been my go-to Sub-Ohm tank for well over 2 months. I love it. I definitely recommend this to anybody looking for new tanks. So thank you guys for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, keep on vaping.